Douglas Bickford, 10 March 21. Why can't I stand myself? The fear of being assertive or standing up for ourselves is most often related to our training on how to be good or nice. Because our training has not taught us how to love ourselves, we have focused our time and energies on people-pleasing behaviors in order to be loved. In other words, you have to, like, you go on Facebook, right? And nobody talks about reality of their life. All they talk about is all the cool stuff they're doing, and and it's Facebook. And Facebook, nobody talks about reality. It's all like, it's what you have. It's how good you look in pictures. It's, it's like the weak ego. It's an egotistical thing, Facebook is. Anyway, we've been trained that way to have the cars and motorcycles, all the nice shoes, the best bourbon, right? I just saw my niece. She posts on Facebook, and we have a very dysfunctional family. Okay, it's like the dysfunction of dysfunction. We're all sexually abused, and me and my brothers, my two brothers and my sisters, right? My mom and my dad were like, my dad was a crazy, molested all of us, right? You don't hear any of this stuff on anybody's Facebook page. They won't even let you put this kind of stuff up on Facebook because it's too negative, right? But I can put it up on YouTube. But anyway, nobody will tell anybody out there in cyberspace, like I'm doing right here, that they were sexually molested or whatever, because they think it's their fault, okay? But it's not our fault if it happens to us. So if I'm talking to you, if you happen to watch this video, it's not your fault if you were sexually molested as a child. Okay, I was. It's so bad for me I can't even remember it. The only reason I know is my sisters have told me, okay? My brother's in total denial of it, and he is like on every kind of psycho drug there is. At least he was last time I talked to him, which was like 9 years ago. I can't even have a relationship with any of my brothers or sisters, except for one of them, because of all the abuse and neglect and everything else that when we were raised as children, So it's destroyed us, but it all comes from the training that we receive through the media and through our teachers and through the churches and all that. But anyway, we have been trained to believe that others will become angry and withdraw from us if we express opinions contrary to what they are saying. It's a fact, folks. Go disagree with anybody that is a staunch Christian, or don't disagree with anybody that is a Trump supporter or a Biden supporter. You can't even be neutral. You can't even say, oh, I don't like either one of them. That's not cool. You have to go along with it, okay? And all the religions have done that to us too. My religion's right, your religion's wrong, right? It becomes easier to agree and withhold our own rights, choices, and feelings rather than risk abandonment. So you don't want to lose somebody's friendship by disagreeing with them. I lived in it. I lived in it. I lived in it for 3.5 years with my wife, where I just left, okay, 4 months ago. It was her brother who lived there, okay. He'd come in there, he's a racist, hates black people. If you come from Africa, you have a low IQ. This is what he says, right? And because, you know, it's all over the internet. You can get anything you want on the internet, okay? And then, of course, he's right. He has a photographic memory, he says he remembers everything, even though he can't remember that, you know, cigarettes cause cancer, pot causes you not to have a good memory, alcohol destroys your brain cells, so does pot, you know what I mean? Chain smoker. Can't remember to a hoarder, you know, he lives in an RV, could care less if he's got junk piled up everywhere, garbage, it doesn't even matter. But anyway, that's kind of what I have experienced with this. You're afraid to even say what your opinion is because he's like, gets all mad if you don't agree with him. We think if we go along, then we'll be loved and taken care of by these others. The paradox here is that usually people pleasers become a pain to those around them. People stop believing in all that niceness and begin to wonder if there was a real person in there. That's my ex-wife, okay? To be. And people who never assert themselves become a lot of work for others because no one, including the people pleaser, knows what they really want, need, or feel. The end of the result is usually exactly what the people pleaser is trying to avoid: abandonment, either emotionally or physically. And my wife was a people pleaser, and she's trying to please her family. They had to live with me. And the only way I could ever love her was to get out of the relationship, okay? Because I was right in the middle. It was a big mess, okay? Not standing up for ourselves means exactly that, literally and figuratively. It means we do not feel worthy to be in this world and to hold opinions and thoughts and feelings and rights. Answering selves means putting ourselves forward and expressing who we are. It does not mean being pushy or aggressive. The bully is as insecure as the people pleaser, and it's no coincidence how these opposites attract each other. Wow. We can easily recognize how the bully is self-centered, but we can also recognize the self-centeredness in the people pleaser. This is, oh man, this is like textbook, right? What I was going through. She had to have her brother living on, she's the people pleaser. She had to have her brother, who is the bully, living on the property. I literally would hear him come in the house and tell her and yell at her when she disagreed with him. But then she would like back down. Oh, I love you, and all this stuff, right? Because it was her brother. And then the mother was a pushy, she wasn't a people pleaser, she was a bully, okay? And I had all three of them under my, it was supposed to be my house, okay? But I couldn't even get a word in edgewise because I watched all this chaos going on in my house. So eventually I just had to get out, okay? But anyway, I'm out of time in this video. I'll have more later for you. You all have a great day out there.